as their leader. Join Delta Squad. Delta 40, your foundation. A pure and uncomplicated soldier. 6-2, the heart and soul of your team. And 07, the fiercest hunter of all your brothers. You are each a piece of a whole person. And the Republic will call you to defend and give your lives if need be.
Star Wars Republic Commando is a first-person tactical shooter set in the Star Wars universe. This game has always been a favorite of mine, although it's 14 years old. I thought it would be cool to analyze it to Cybertext Taxonomy. The first subject of OSAT's terminology is the question of being dynamic or static. Republic Commando is dynamic. Text downs in the game are set. These can be your fellow clone troopers, the droid enemies, or your weapons. The script down, or experience, will change. Give an order for your teammates to attack an enemy, and it will change its behavior differently than if you would attack it head-on yourself. Regarding determinability, or does the same action always lead to the same result, I would say that Republic Commando is determinable. If you shoot something in the head, it will take the same amount of damage every time. There's no roll dice factors here, like in a bunch of role-playing games, regarding critical hits or something like that. The game is relatively open regarding when or where you attack your enemies, but if you manage to do exactly the same action on different playthroughs, you will have the same result each and every time. Regarding the subject of transiency, when the user does nothing, does the text change? Does the user have to act? It's a difficult question. I would say yes and no. This is a linear game. The story progresses with the player. If you as a player does not move, then the story will not progress. But again, if you stand still with an enemy close, it will affect the game if you do not react, or if you do not shoot back or kill the enemy, he will kill you. So it is responding to your action, or lack of action. Then we come to perspective. Is the user situated as a participant, a character in this fiction action world? Yes, absolutely. You get to play as one of the clone troopers, one of the anonymous soldiers in the Star Wars universe. It's very personal. You are the character of Boss, the leader of this squad. You are inside the helmet. You see the visor on the screen at all times, and the HUD and everything in the game is set in the universe to make full use of the game's immersion. Access. Can the user access all of the work at any time, or are there obstacles? This game is a controlled access. The linearity of the level design and story restricts the player of getting certain upgrades or reaching the bosses at any time. Are there links in Republic Commando? Now this is a tricky one. How does one adapt cybertext links to a video game? Are there explicit links for user to follow, conditional links that can only be followed if certain conditions are met, or no links at all? I will say there are explicit links, if there are any at all. The story is linear, only one path to go before you get to the next level. Complete one level to get to the next level. I might not understand how linking works in analyzing video games. At last we have user functions. Is the game interpretive, explorative, configurative, or textonic? The story is set, so we'll not call it interpretive, but it is explorative. Although it's a linear story, this is a three-dimensional space with secret areas for special weapons and so on. The user might explore this at his or her own pace. In my opinion, Republic Commando is not configurative or textonic. You get the weapons and tools the game give you. You do not add something to the game as a user, and the script downs are not created by the user. That was my analysis of Star Wars Republic Commando. I might not have gotten everything right, but please correct me if I'm wrong. Thank you.